What's up YouTube? It's Louis here bringing you today's cryptocurrency video. We're going to take a look at Polygon Matic. So what's happened? Exactly everything as predicted. Of course we rolled over a bit more, but I've always given you $1.55 as the most important level for Polygon to hold if we want to reach our $6.50 bull market target. And that's what we've done exactly. What I told you in yesterday's, day before's video is that because we come up quite vertically, let's look at the 4 hour, because you come up quite fast, I said we are going to get a nasty drop. Of course I wasn't expecting Bitcoin to shit the bed like it did. I was calling out 47 to 49k, but of course we went as low as 41k. So what's happened to Matic is, where's the fibs? There we go. So you rolled over. I was telling you guys that I think that we're going to roll over to $1.88, and that's what we've done. We actually back tested as support there, but you held it as support, sorry. And then before you back tested as support, you actually rolled over all the way to $1.55. So there were a lot of people down here putting in buy trades. Now, one thing that I did miss, but I was expecting this to hold, and which we have held, because this over here is a fake out. You just come to this ascending support. You got back above and confirmed it as support, the 188. So that is your true support, which we now bounced off and had an amazing gain already from that bounce. Just that little bounce there, 16%. But from your low down here, you're currently sitting at 43% plus. So look, I haven't fiddled with any of the lines. Look, if I just drag this a bit more forward, you can see that you almost back tested that as support. So, which is amazing. Let's get that exact for you guys. Yeah, so you didn't backtest that support, but you basically come into that zone. So guys, this chart is looking so bullish. Of course, if Bitcoin rolls over, we're going to see more of a rollover, of course, but right now it's looking beautiful. You had this ascending triangle over here, which you broke out of. It's also a double bottom, and I've always told you guys about the different sorts of double bottoms. You have one bottom here, second bottom over here. So your regular double bottoms like this, where they're in, sorry, let's get that exact for you guys, where it's in line. Then you got the one with the higher low like that, and that's the one we're seeing right now. Then you got the one with the lower low like that before continuing up. So we got that second one that I just drew out, basically an ascending triangle as well, because W's can also be ascending triangles. So it's like two bullish patterns in one. So I'm just going to measure from down here to see where our technical target is. I'm going to ignore that wick, but I will give a target for that wick as well. So right now we're going to retrace to this high over here, sitting at $2.33, which was my initial target when we met over here before rolling over. Once we met that target, we need to look for bearish patterns. And I told you that we're going to roll over, guys, because if I turn on the RSI over here, we had a, let me go to the daily. Over here we had a high, and here we have a higher high, but on the RSI you have lower highs. So this is hidden bearish divergence basically, and that's why we had this rollover. And I told you it would be a nasty rollover, didn't I? And then we held the 188, but we did wick down to here. Why? Potentially because you never let's go to a lower time frame. Potentially because when you broke out over here, you never back tested that resistance over here, and that's why you came exactly to that resistance point over there. Can you see? Target met out of that. But yeah, I wasn't expecting all the way down there. I did say 188. If you do lose that, I was expecting that ascending support. But then what happened? You wicked down to here, then you actually rolled over, held that support which I gave you, and then back tested the key level of support that I was telling you, $1.88. And now we broke out of an ascending triangle and we're on our way to $2.33. Now I'm going to actually measure from this wick to see what the target is as well. So look at that, that brings you above. I don't know if that's the all-time high. It's just yeah, I just used this as my resistance because here's an overshoot. You failed to hold it at support, and that is your true resistance, and you got resistance there. So this is why I've been using $2.43 as my true resistance for Matic. But your all-time high is $2.72. But that was like an overshoot of the true resistance of $2.43. So now we've got a technical target at this high. But once we get there, we're going to stall off, maybe roll back over, confirm this as support, because again, you haven't back tested as support. You still haven't even back tested this as support. So if you were to come up here and roll over, let's say you only rolled over to here, then you get up to this target, you could eventually roll back over to here. It could just happen over here as well, but I'm just trying to give you all the possibilities because no one knows exactly. You just have to look at all the possibilities. But remember, since we're above $1.88 out of this fib retracement measuring from the swing high to swing low, let's do that now. you got a technical target at $1, $2.90, and that's because you're above that 0.618. And that's the reason why I told you guys that we're going to roll over to here, because when we broke above it, you never back tested as support. Always look for that on your charts, and I hope that I'm helping you with that. So out of the larger swing high to swing low, which was your May to July bottom, we came back and tested that 0.618, the most key level. And since then, you've actually not hit your head on that 786. You've actually got back above it, but we haven't retested it as support. And this is why I think that we could come back down here, basically, because you haven't retested that 0.786. If you do lose that 786, then you could roll back over to here, forming a massive ABC, something like that. But yeah, again, the most key level out of the bull market is $1.55. As long as you're above that, we are going to $6.50. I hope you enjoyed today's Matic update. I will be bringing out more updates on my Twitter on Bitcoin if we do shit the bed again. But until then, we've got our bullish targets now. We have multiple to the upside. $2.90, $2.80, $2.54, and $2.34. We are expecting key levels to support to hold, so we do want to see that 786 hold and that 188 hold. Perfect. I hope you enjoyed today's update. I'll catch you in the next one, and as always, peace.